Out of fellowship, out of pocket. Too many of us have fallen out of relationship with God. And by out of relationship, I mean out of fellowship. Now our relationship with God is strained, and it's hard for us to hear His voice because we're so busy listening to ourselves. Listening to ourselves, pursuing and chasing after false wells, and we've all lied to ourselves. Told ourselves we were greater than we ought to be. Told ourselves we had more to offer this world than we ought to see. We're out of fellowship with God, and therefore our relationship is sorely lacking. It's no wonder that we perceive ourselves to be immaculate. It's no wonder we've turned our filthy rags to riches. It's no wonder that we consider our own righteousness as equivalent to the righteousness of God. And we've lost our heart. We lost our situation because we lost our fellowship with God, and now our relationship is strained. Like that ex-wife that was never loved enough by their husband. Like that child that is now feeling like a stepchild to his own parents. Like that child neglected. Like that child out of focus, out of purpose, out of relationship, and now they can't even hear their father's voice. And it's a shame how we've allowed ourselves and our relationship with God to become strained. And now because we've been out of fellowship for so long, it's hard to even imagine that He is even able to hear our voice or the words that we're speaking. We've allowed our relationship to get out of pocket. We've allowed our relationship to go to the wayside because we refuse to chase God and allow Him to be at work in us, and we stop talking to Him. We stop communicating with Him, and we wonder why we can't hear His voice. Could it be that we have silenced Him and we're not even paying attention or even listening? Could it be that we're out of pocket? Could it be that we've allowed our relationship with God to become strained because we were chasing things that in His eyes were strange? Strange fruit and things that He never meant to be for us, but we were chasing after them instead of chasing after a relationship with Him. Could it be that because we've allowed our relationship to become strained and that communication is now no longer a two-way street, but more of us ordering as if we're at a fast food window that God can't even speak to us? It's time that we restore the fellowship that we had with God so that our relationship with Him can become stronger. And His move can be a continual move that never ceases to amaze us. It's time that we get back in relationship and right fellowship with God so that our hearts aren't strained and our relationships aren't exchanged for change and things that are strange. It's time that we restore the fellowship of the relationship that we have with God.